guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading today, 28th of October. So Monday, 28th of October through to the 3rd November 2019. I want to show you the cards that are being used for this week's readings. For your weekly check-in, we use the, there's a new deck here, the Legrand, Circus and Sideshow Tarot. Okay, Jolie is the author, the person that's on the deck. We use that for the second level of the reading. We use the Everyday Enchantment Tarot for the third level and the Next World Tarot for the first level. And your advice comes from the Art of Life Tarot deck by Charlene Livingston, sorry. For your 10-card career and 10-card love reading for the week, we use my good old trusty Dark Mansion Tarot. I love these cards. I always use them. Also, we use the Tea Leaf Fortune cards for advice. We use cards, the career cards and the love cards and the wealth cards from here. And then we use to fill in the gaps on those cards the answer deck as well. Okay. If you guys would like your year ahead reading, I'm booking up quite steadily with those. But if you'd like to order a year ahead 2020 reading, go ahead. It's on the website now. All right then. Enjoy your reading, guys. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Just to let you know how the reading's going to go, we do your weekly check-in first. Then we have a look at more specifically your work, stroke finance, and we also have a look at your love life during the week. If you'd like to see a particular reading, so if you'd like to only look at your work reading or only your love reading or maybe just the general reading, timestamps are below. So you just click on the time and it will take you straight through to the reading that you want to view. I'd like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me this week for your reading. And yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. So, Sagittarius, here's your reading. Let's just put the cards here a minute. So, who are you this week, Sagittarius? You are showing as being the Four of Swords. Nice. Very nice energy, actually. I'm just seeing you as being kind of very restful this week with the Four of Swords energy. It's almost like you're taking a bit of a break. Some of you guys with the Four of Swords energy, you might be taking a break from work, for example, this week with the Four of Swords energy. Some of you guys might be with the Four of Swords energy healing or recovering, possibly from illness, maybe with the Four of Swords energy showing this week. But also the Four of Swords is also about deep contemplation. So it indicates when we take a step back from a situation just to contemplate what our next moves are. Maybe there's a decision that needs to be made here with this Four of Swords this week. What's the reason for you guys being the Four of Swords? It's nice because of the Nine of Cups energy. I think that something really good has happened with this Nine of Cups energy. I think that a dream has come true for some of you guys. It could be, and this is the card of pleasure as well. So this can be kind of things like holidaying and that. Some of you guys might be taking a rest. Might be you're on holiday with the Four of Cups and Nine of Cups, energy showing here. It reminds me also, though, of being passed out, the Four of Swords, because you've drunk too much with the Nine. So maybe, hopefully, you guys aren't spending the week being inebriated by drink or something like that, because it just reminds me of that with those cards. But also, it might be some of you guys finally have, completed a cycle. It might be with the Four of Swords energy that finally with the Four of Swords energy, you can put something to rest because there's a happy solution. There's a good solution that's come from this with the Nine of Cups. It almost feels like there's been a really good resolution in a way with both cards. I'm seeing a really good resolution for some of you guys, Saggies, this week with these energies here. Well, let's have a look at what the goal is for you. What is your goal? Your goal is the Chariot. I think that your goal is to take control of an externally difficult situation. I think that your goal is to become the victor. I think that your goal is to achieve some form of victory and success in a situation. Hence, this week, you guys feeling, sorry about that. Hence, guys, this week, you guys kind of being putting something to bed, maybe with that Four of Swords. It looks like you've had a really good result on a situation with the Nine of Cups, and your goal is to finally overcome a difficulty and ride to victory with that Chariot energy. It's really about taking back your control and taking charge as well with the Chariot energy this week. That's your goal. What's the obstacle you need to overcome? The Knight of Coins. Well, I certainly feel that, you know, things are going to move very slowly. You know, you can see on this energy here, on this card here, it says they call it the methodical approach. But the Knight of Coins, this is all about planning as well. So for some of you guys, it might be that if your goal is to take charge of a situation, to gain victory and success, to rise above a situation here with the Knight, with the Chariot energy showing here, to gain control of the situation, it might be the obstacle that you need. Because I'm getting the impression that you think it's all going to be sewn up real quick, Sagittarius. But it might be the obstacle you need to overcome is that you have to take a methodical approach to the situation. So this, you know, deals with the ideas of planning and strategizing with that Knight of Pentacles energy. It might be that you have to look at things in detail. What are the shortcomings? If I do this, will this work out okay? Or is it going to have some form of a, you know, a blowback on me or other people, that type of thing. So the Knight of Coins is somebody who will look at something kind of 360 degrees. That's why he's known as being the very, very cautious knight. And I think the obstacle that you're going to need to overcome is not only maybe is this a process, you know, this is potentially a process. This is something that isn't going to be achievable maybe in 1 week, for example, with that Knight of Coins energy showing there. But also you have to be very methodical in your approach to how maybe you achieve the success that you want with that Chariot energy. And maybe you need to be far more kind of, you know, slow moving, very detailed. And maybe you need to kind of be extraordinarily kind of diplomatic in a way, in the way that you kind of achieve the success and overcome whatever the difficulty was with the Chariot, so that you are, it enables you to take charge of the situation. What could you be achieving by the end of the week? The Teacher, which is the Four of Wands, I think. Is this the Four of Wands, or what is it? The Teacher, this is this the Emperor? I'm thinking that this is the Emperor, because it's fire Aries, Mars ruling planet. I think that this might be the Emperor, actually. This bridge called my back. Okay, she's reading a book called This Bridge Called. I think this is the Emperor, actually. I don't know why they called it the Teacher. I'd have thought they would put the Hierophant as the Teacher. But you could be achieving the Teacher. So it might be that you're achieving learning a lesson here by the end of the week. Or you're achieving some form of knowledge or a lesson that... Because the Teacher, I mean, the Emperor is the person who's in full control. That's the thing. The Emperor is somebody who is orderly. And he puts things into order here. It's tricky to read that card because they called it the Teacher. But I think this is something that you're learning here more than anything with the Teacher energy showing here. Or it might be that what you're achieving is finally being able to at least put the framework in of this thing, because the Emperor for me is about building structures, and the first thing you need to do when you're building a structure is to put the framework in, so you know what, you know, for example, putting in the framework for the kitchen, you know, the windows, the doors, that type of thing. So it might be what you could be achieving is at least at the bare bones a structure of how you're actually going to accomplish this with the Chariot. What is it you need to avoid? Death. I think that what you need to avoid, there's two things with a Death card. They're tricky cards to read in a way, because death can mean not doing anything, because when you're dead, you don't do anything. So it might be, what you need to avoid is kind of not doing anything at all with this Death energy showing up here. It feels almost like getting tired, because the obstacle you need to overcome is that you're going to have to be very detailed. You're going to have to be very methodical. You're going to have to go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. You're going to have to, with the methodical approach, put plans and strategies into place if you want to be able to achieve success through that Chariot energy showing there. So maybe you need to avoid kind of going too slow or not doing anything with the Death card. Death also means radical changes, closing something off, shutting it down with the Death card. Let's have a look at what you need to embrace. The Empress shows up now. So the Empress is, this thing is going to take nurturing. It's going to take time, I think, with the Empress energy showing up here. And I think it's saying the same thing, that with the Empress energy and the Knight of Coins, they're both very similar, because they represent the process, you know. With the Empress energy, anything that we do, it takes dedication, nurturing and care. If we plant a tree, we have to water it, you know. If we have a child, we've got to look after it until adulthood, you know. It's not, there are no shortcuts here. So I just feel that what this is saying is, and I think that with the death energy, what you need to avoid more than anything, Pisces, is making radical changes with the death energy showing here. So like you've got these major cards showing up. So the major energies are saying, you know, with the death energy, you need to avoid making any radical decisions, any radical changes. And it's more about embracing that this is a slow burn with that Empress energy. Sorry, it's getting a bit dark outside for some reason. It's only what time is it? 20 past 2? That's interesting. Yeah, so this is a slow burn, and I think that what you need to therefore embrace with the Empress energy, that this is something that is a process. This is something that's going to need to be nurtured, especially with that Knight of Coins sitting there, where this is all about taking the methodical approach. It's all about planning and strategizing. Well, when we plan and we strategize, we have to nurture those plans with the Empress energy, and you may need to embrace that, because I just feel that your goal is to achieve something here. You know, it's almost like it might be even to force your way into getting what you want with the Chariot energy showing there. I hope I didn't call you Pisces, Sagittarius. It might be that your goal is, I want to force my way into getting what I want, because the Chariot is a forceful energy. It's about forcing your way into getting what you want. With the Chariot, it's about all steam ahead is the Chariot energy, you know. And it might be my goal is to achieve and to rise above and to get in a place of strength and power with the Chariot energy by ramroding my way through this situation, you know, by really taking charge, because that's my goal, is to take charge. But the universe is saying the obstacle you need to overcome is it's going to be a process before you can get to the place of the Chariot energy. And it might be that you need to avoid with the death energy. It's not that you'll stand still, but making any radical changes, any radical decisions that take you straight from A, because I think that you want to get from A to Z in the shortest amount of time. Cancerians, I think what the universe is saying to you, avoid making any radical changes or decisions because you feel that there's going to be a shortcut. Because death is the final stage, isn't it? It's the final stop. And you need to avoid kind of going from, because you want to take charge of a situation, because you want to reign supreme and have this victory and success with the Chariot. Avoid thinking that you can take the shortcut to death. You can, you can take that shortcut where you kind of cut everything out and then you just kind of wipe everything and say, right, there we are. Right, I'm now at this place here, because there are things that you need to consider with that Knight of Coins energy. There are details that you need to look into with the Knight of Coins energy. You know, this is a process. You need to kind of be slow, methodical. You need to do your planning. You need to kind of, put a lot of detail in there. You need to strategize on how you're going to get here. And the best way that you can do it is by embracing the Empress energy, that you are at a place of power, yes, but it's going to take nurturing before you get to that Charioteer energy showing there. And it's funny because both the Chariot and Empress are very similar in terms of their nurturing aspects. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer, and Cancer rules the planet of nurturing. This is the mother. This is the person who brings her children up, who takes responsibility. And so is the Empress. So in order to get to the place of the Chariot, you need to kind of embrace that this is going to be a time of nurturing. Whatever the seeds are that you're planting, whatever the ideas or the plans or the strategies that you're putting together with the Knight of Coins, they really are going to need nurturing with that Empress energy to bring you to that place of victory with the Chariot. What is it that you need to, who can you go to if you need help? Or the Eight of Coins, maybe this is somebody that you work with. Maybe this is someone who can actually work with you on a plan. We can see two people here on the card and they're working together. You know, this, I think this is you in the background here. So maybe you can go to someone who can teach you, how to nurture whatever this thing is, how to put those plans, because the Eight of Coins also deals with the theme of planning. So you could go to somebody who can help you to plan, a strategy, who can help you to put together a plan of action with the Eight of Coins, and who can actually help you to kind of chip away at it until you get to the status of the Chariot, which is really, which is really interesting. I just feel that the reading is kind of saying to you, Sagittarius, that there are no shortcuts in this. All right, and I feel that this is you here with the Four of Swords energy. It's almost like that now this reading is really saying, when we look at it, that you guys are feeling quietly very confident with that Four of Cups energy. Because I think that with the Nine of Cups, it's all about you guys feeling completely 100% overly confident that you're going to achieve something here with this Nine of Cups, because the Nine of Cups can show up when you're being overly confident. So you guys with the Four of Swords, it's almost like you're saying, you know what, I'm at peace, I'm absolutely fine this week because I know that I'm going to get what I want. And your goal is, what you think you're going to get you want is the Chariot. You know, you think that you're going to get, you know, whether it's a promotion, whether it's you know, whether it's winning a court case, whatever it is, your goal is to win. Your goal is to attain victory in that Chariot energy. Your goal is to rise above any type of difficulty. Your goal is to be in charge, okay, to take control. That's your goal, is to be number one with the Chariot. But the obstacle you need to overcome, you need to take the methodical approach. You can't go steamrolling into this. This is not going to fall into your lap. This isn't a case of that you do one or two things and then you're there at the Chariot stage. It's not like that, because it requires careful planning with the Knight of Coins, a detailed approach with the Knight of Coins, strategizing with that Knight of Coins energy. And then by the end of the week, you might be with this Emperor energy at least starting to build the framework for achieving that energy of the Chariot. Avoid with the Death just making these, you know, really rash, radical decisions, changing the game up so much so that you close the door on anything else that you might need within that night there to aid you in getting to this position of the Chariot energy. Because I just get the impression that you need to avoid shortcuts with that Death energy and embrace with the Empress energy that you really do need to nurture whatever these plans are, because you want victory in the Chariot. And some of you guys are thinking, just by your sheer kind of overly confident feeling with both cards here, you're feeling that you're going to get what you want just like that. But it's not going to happen just like that, because there is a due process here. There is a strategy and a time of planning that you need to put yourself through here. Okay, everything needs to be looked over. You need to cross the T's and dot the I's. There are no shortcuts here. You need to embrace that this is a time that you're going to have to nurture those plans of the Knight of Coins energy. There's no shortcuts with that Death energy showing there. And if you need advice or support, go to someone who can help you with the planning stages. Go to someone who can help you plan a strategy of how you get on top with that Chariot. Let's have a look at what the advice is for through the Art of Life Tarot. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Sagittarians on this reading? What is the advice? What is the advice that you have for Sagittarius on this reading? Show me. The advice is the Nine of Wands. In times of stress, be bold and valiant. All right. For me as well, the Nine of Wands is sticking at it. Just stick at it. Okay. You are one step away from getting what you want, but you're not going to get what you want by cutting corners. You've got to put the work in, basically, because the Knight of Coins is putting the work in. He's a hard worker, and he knows he has to put the work in order to achieve success through the Chariot. So this is all about putting the work in. And sometimes you don't want to put the work in because it's just too hard. Sometimes you just want it to come like this. You want to be able to kind of just click your fingers and it appears with the Death energy because you cut the corners and it was just there. Sometimes you don't want to have to put as much work into a situation, you know. You want to be able to click your fingers and suddenly the change is there with the Death energy. But the universe is saying, well, no, work needs to be put in and you're going to have to nurture this work before you get what you want. It's as simple as that. All right. You could start putting together the structure by the end of the week, the framework by which you fill everything in that leads you to this place of the Chariot. All right, but you're not going to get it without doing any hard work. It's just not going to come to you without you putting some real effort into this, unfortunately, okay? But stick to your guns with the Nine of Wands. All right, guys, I'm going to come back with your work reading. Please just bear with me. Okay, Saggies, let's have a look at your reading. So for work, what do we see? Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords can be escaping a place. Seven of Swords can be leaving. But also the Seven of Swords can be dealing with somebody who's quite underhanded. Seven of Swords is the first card. The Page of Cups. I feel that this is more about you guys strategizing in terms of new creative ideas with that Page of Cups energy. If you look at the Page of Cups, he's looking at something that he really likes with the Page of Cups energy. There is a desire here with the Page of Cups energy. But Page of Cups is also new creative ideas, and the Seven of Swords can be the card of strategy. So I actually feel that some of you guys are actually strategizing in terms of this energy of the Page of Cups, in terms of doing something new and something creative. In other words, this is laying down the plans in terms of how how you're going to probably bring to fruition. You've got the Ace of Cups in his hands, you know, a new creative venture with that Page of Cups energy showing up here. I feel that some of you guys have faced some opposition, and you will face some opposition in terms of this with the Seven of Wands energy showing up here. The World energy, this is in terms of your goals, but some of you guys, it might be that with the Seven of Wands, you're achieving victory as well, because this is somebody who rises above. This is somebody who's taking charge. The World energy is completion. The World energy is a goal being achieved. So it might be some of you guys are but it almost feels like the dream is these two cards. Let's look at what the next one is. The Four of Swords, though, resignation is the Four of Swords. How I read the Four of Swords is resignation. I'm not saying that you're offering a resignation. I'm saying that somebody is resigning themselves to something here. Interesting energy showing up here with the Four of Swords. The world is often about the achievement, but also this is the new phase as well. So what I think is happening here is that you guys are strategizing with the Seven of Swords energy. I think it's connected to a new creative venture in work, but I think that you're still facing opposition with that, you know, in terms of the ideas that you have and the plans that you want to put into place to achieve the goal of the World energy. But I feel that because you're facing such opposition with that Seven of Wands energy, I feel for some of you Sagittarians, you're kind of resigning yourself with the Four of Swords energy to saying, you know what, I think that I need to kind of change tack now. I think that maybe I need to be looking at a new job, for example, because this is the ending of the cycle, a new phase, and you've resigned yourself to saying with the World energy, you know what, I've done as much as I can do here, I can't do any more, and maybe it's time for a new beginning. What's the next card showing up here? We've got the Nine of Coins. So sometimes the Nine of Coins is all about working from home, but this is also something like financial gains. Some of you guys may not be seeing any financial gain. Some of you guys, it might be that you're not getting paid everything, because the Seven of Swords is sometimes a card that indicates it's taking away from a pentacle. So when you get Seven of Swords and Pentacles, it's not great, because sometimes this is losing money. And some of you guys might be losing money, or you're not getting paid what you're due, for example, with those cards there. We've got the Moon energy. Something's gone on that's not right. So what I'm also seeing is in terms of getting paid wages, some of you guys are getting paid the wrong amount of money. Something wrong has gone on here with this Moon energy showing up here. There's a glitch in the system, I think, here. King of Wands energy showing here. So King of Wands, this could be a person, for example. The Moon energy, though, I mean, this is work. I mean, also this could be, I'm going to read these three together here, because I feel that this is different. I think I'll read these first and then we'll read these three. Firstly, just to recap so far, some of you guys are working out a strategy, a plan of action in terms of bringing a new creative venture to the fore. I think that you're facing opposition, okay? And I feel that some of you guys are resigning yourself with the World energy, that maybe you either need to wrap this up maybe with the World energy, or maybe, just maybe, you need to go elsewhere with that World energy. Your time is done. There's nothing more that you can do. It almost feels like some of you guys don't feel appreciated for the ideas that you put forward in the work that you do. Some of you guys with this Nine of Coins energy, you might be working from home, or you might be moonlighting to gain more money, because the Moon card is moonlighting. So some of you guys, I'm kind of thinking that you might be doing a second job, or you might be thinking about doing a second job, maybe with that Moon and Nine of Coins, to earn more money, because this is moonlighting and the Nine of Coins is earning money. So some of you guys might be looking to moonlight, do a second job to earn some money here. But what I'm also getting here as well, some of you guys, it might be that with the Nine of Coins and that Seven of Swords, the money that you are due with this Nine of Coins, you might not be getting it with the Seven of Swords. It just looks to me like there's some form of a glitch in the system with that Moon energy showing there. You've also got this King of Wands energy here. There's something to do with secrecy, or something that is hidden here. The Empress energy, the King of Wands, these could be two characters showing up here as well. The Moon energy as well could be something undercover going on. It's concerning two people, the King of Wands and an Empress energy showing up here. Five of Swords, they're looking to make cuts. The Five of Swords can also mean that you're being cut from your job, for example, with the Five of Swords. I'm getting a range of stories here through these cards, actually, Sagittarius. Number one, I do feel some of you guys are strategizing. You're putting some plans in place concerning a new creative venture. Also, be careful that somebody's not stealing your ideas as well, because I feel that somebody could be stealing your ideas. We'll go back to that in a moment. But I certainly feel that some of you guys could be strategizing, making plans in terms of a new creative venture. I do feel that you're being told no, though, with that Seven of Wands. You're being opposed. Your plans are being opposed with that Seven of Wands. I actually feel with the Four of Swords, you're kind of resigning yourself to saying, you know what, maybe I'm done within this place. Maybe I need to go out there and look for other things, for example, showing here. Because, you know, I don't have that support Five of Swords energy, and I keep getting cut down with the Five of Swords. Maybe from these two people showing up here, the King of Wands and the Empress. I just get the impression that some of you guys don't feel that you're being supported in terms of your ideas and that. And some of you guys are going to kind of say, Saddies, you know what, actually, I'm sick of this. I think that I need to change tact and I need to go out in the world now. I need to end this cycle, go out into the world and look for something else, okay? Because I think that there's some hidden energies going on with that moon energy as to why these two people seem to be cutting these ideas that you have. It's almost like they won't let you shine. What I'm also getting here is that some of you guys are probably looking to moonlight. So you're looking to do maybe a second job to earn more money, possibly, you know, in time for Christmas, that type of thing with the Nine of Coins and the moon energy showing here. I'm also getting that you guys have a very deep desire here, a very strong vision that you're going to, with this Page of Cups energy, give birth to a new creative idea, for example, something that will earn you money with the Nine of Pentacles energy showing here. Maybe some of you guys feel that you need to avoid this. Maybe you feel that there's too much opposition here, too much competition, that type of thing, especially with that Five of Swords there. What I'm also getting here is that there's a lot of kind of jealous energy around some of you guys with the moon energy. I also feel that these two people here are making secrets. They've got secrets. They're doing things undercover with that moon and the Seven of Swords. I'm getting the two people here that are doing stuff behind your back. It's almost like they're trying to keep you down with the Five of Swords energy, because the Five of Swords can talk about people who are jealous. They're trying to hold you back. So don't be surprised as well, Sagittarius, if you're dealing with, I don't think this is you, if you're dealing with, for example, and we can read this another way as well. I'll read it another way as well in a moment. But I do feel that you might be dealing with a couple of people who secretly are doing things behind your back with the Seven of Swords. It might be you're dealing with a couple of people here who are secretly kind of plagiarizing or taking your ideas, stealing your ideas here and passing it off as their own. But it's a way to keep you down here with the Five of Swords. I can't see any replica cards, like, for example, the Lovers or something like that. But I do see maybe a couple of people who are secretly stealing your ideas here. Maybe they're stealing your ideas so they can make money off it, that type of thing. What I'm also feeling here is that some of you guys, Sagittarius, this is a week for really paying attention to those visions and to those hopes and those dreams. Because I do feel if you are the King of Wands, you have a very strong drive towards the moon energy. You know, this is your desires to bring a new creative thing to life. And the King of Wands is an entrepreneur. So some of you guys are very entrepreneurial and you have a very strong vision, a very strong dream with that moon energy to bring to life something new and creative, something that is going to bring money, but it requires a certain amount of strategy and planning with that Seven of Swords. Maybe you're working with an Empress here, but I just feel that you need to be careful around this Empress. It might be that this Empress, it doesn't have your best interests at heart with the Five of Swords energy. Maybe this person wants to plagiarize or take your ideas and make money for themselves, that type of thing. Let's have a look at what the advice is, Saggies, for work. Fact of the matter is, I don't like sword cards like Five of Swords, Seven of Swords in work readings or love readings, and I don't like moon cards as well. I don't mind if it's about the vision, but sometimes when they're surrounded by, you know, sword cards energy, it can kind of indicate that there's people that are out to get you, and these people don't have the best for you. They don't have the best intentions there. People doing things underhandedly so they can get your shine. Let's have a look at for career. Okay, showing here. For career, for Sagittarius, what is the advice that you have for Sagittarius on this reading? What is the advice you have for Sagittarius on this reading? Show me in 3 cards for career. Wisdom. So you're going to gain some wisdom here. Okay, wisdom is heartbreak. So something you're going to find out here. I think that with the wisdom card, this is all about enlightenment. And I feel that with enlightenment comes a little bit of disappointment with that heartbreak energy showing here, and the talent card. Okay, so I feel that you're going to wise up to some form of disappointment here. But I feel that really with the talent energy, you really need to be, you know, talent is a challenge in a way. So it's almost like it's a challenge to get your talent out there. All right, so I think that certainly, I mean, the Page of Cups can be an actor, he can be a singer, and I certainly feel that you guys are very driven with this King of Wands energy towards this vision that you have to kind of do something creative, something that you can earn money from, but you need to work out a strategy to do it, all right? But it might be in your career along those lines, is that you face a lot of competition and opposition here, showing up with, you know, to achieve the goal with the world energy. And it might be that you resign yourself to saying, maybe I need to change, maybe change tack, do something different. In your career, the wisdom, there's something that comes to light that's quite heartbreaking, that maybe the talent that you have, maybe getting it out there is a challenge. What can Sagittarians do about this, please, universe, in 2 to 3 cards? What can Sagittarians do about this? What can they do about this in 2 to 3 cards? So Sagittarius, you can learn the lesson here, showing up here, that wealth, okay, is a mistake. So it almost feels like that you need to learn the lesson that it's not just wealth that should be driving you to do things. It's literally a love of what you do as well. All right, so it's almost like the lesson that you need to learn in this is that wealth, okay, is a mistake. Maybe you need to be doing something. You know, growth comes with patience, okay? So you've got growth and patience here. In time, there'll be growth here, okay? So growth in terms of you guys kind of moving towards this transition here. But I think if at the moment the universe is trying to say to you, if all you're doing is focusing on a vision because of the money, then that's not the correct way to do it. That's not the reason that you should be doing it. For example, some people set up YouTube channels, and the only reason that they're setting up a YouTube channel is to make money from it. They see other YouTubers making loads of money and think, oh, I can do that. But the thing is that people can always sniff a rat, you see. People can always sniff a rat. So people can always tell when somebody is doing something because they love it, or if they're doing it just purely to make money. And it might be that the universe is trying to teach you a lesson that personally, in time, you're going to grow as an individual with the patience, and you're going to get clarity here as well with the clarity card showing up here, okay? You know, you're going to get clarity here that true justice comes when you can take a step back and review exactly what it is that you want. And it might be that some of you guys, possibly in terms of career, are doing things for all the wrong reasons, when in fact really what you need to be doing is taking a step back and saying, is this what I truly want? Maybe that's why for some of you guys you're kind of encountering a lot of opposition in terms of, but I mean opposition in terms of challenges getting this thing off the road, because maybe it's just not destined for you. Maybe you're doing it for one reason when you should be doing something else for another, if that makes any sense. Maybe you need to be doing something that gives you satisfaction, and then the money will come. Because I think in this reading, not all of it, but certainly the place where we're looking at you guys having this vision that you're going to be making money, lots of money from this new creative venture, it might simply be that you're doing it for solely those purposes. But the universe is trying to stop you because it doesn't want you to put your energy into something whereby you're not truly with it. You know, it's almost like this talent here is a challenge. So getting this talent that you have out there is a challenge. But the reason it's a challenge is because it's not being done for the right reason. And when you find the right reason that you need to do something for, or that you want to do something for, that's when it's going to start to really come off for you. All right, guys, bear with me. I'm going to do your love reading. Bear with me, please. Right, so Sagittarius for love, what do we see? We are seeing the Ace of Coins energy. So this is, for me, the aces are always the start of things. So this is kind of like the starting of a commitment, starting to build something. Sometimes the Ace of Coins, when it's aspected by certain cards, can mean naivety as well. Let's have a look at what's showing up here. Oh, wow, this is lovely. I'm seeing real commitment here. You guys are starting to build something that's quite solid within a relationship here. This is possibly marriage combination as well. Oh, well, you've got the Nine of Coins. I'm seeing personal security. I'm seeing some of you guys who are starting to feel really personally secure. You have a number 4 here, so things are in development here. There's more work to be done, but I feel with the Nine of Coins energy that you can gain. The harder that you work, you will have personal gain in this. So I see that with the Ace of Coins energy in love, you guys are planting a seed in a relationship. You're starting to build a foundation with the Ace of Coins energy. I feel that there's more to be done with this Four of Wands energy, but if you work hard, you will gain with that Nine of Coins in terms of a relationship here. Oh, this is nice. I feel that there's a real vision here for love with the Page of Cups energy, Sagittarius. You've got a real vision for the future with the Page of Cups energy showing up here. But the Judgment energy here, So I feel though that a vision here that you had is probably with the Judgment energy under review, because the Judgment card means that things are coming up. We're needing to kind of pay attention to the red flags with the Judgment energy. And I feel that it might be, I'm not sure whether this is someone else, whether it's somebody else's motivations are under review, or whether somebody's feelings are under review with that Judgment energy showing up here. We've got the Five of Coins. So the Five of Coins in a love reading, often that card shows up when you and your partner are not on the same path. So it could mean that you don't fit in with the partner's friends, or the partner doesn't fit in with your friends or family. It often means that two people are not particularly suited to one another. It talks about an unhealthy relationship, an unbalanced relationship, an uneven relationship. You don't gel, you don't work together, you don't work well together in a Five of Coins energy. You're completely different. You're very different as people with the Five of Coins energy. What I feel within the Three of Cups energy showing it. Now there's a Three of Cups energy here. I'm just going to use the word partnership here, to be perfectly honest. I mean, there are three people on the reading though, on the cards. That's interesting. Do you know what? I think that this is somebody's behavior is up for review here. I think somebody's behavior is up for review. Because I think here, Sagittarius, you are the ones that are building this relationship. And it feels good because you're starting to develop this relationship. You're building it with the Ace of Coins. It's a number 4. So this building that you're doing with the Ace of Coins of this relationship is definitely in development. I feel with the Nine of Coins, though, even though you feel personally secure in... I don't know whether it's even feeling personally secure, because you just look like you're looking... Can you see how she's looking? Look at these two cards together. Look at her. Can you see how she's looking out at the Page of Cups? It's almost like you're peeking on this person. You're sneaking on this person here. You're sneaking out. These two cards are also messages as well. It's tricky in a way, because I don't know whether you're expecting something of a surprise here. Judgment can be like a surprising message coming through. It'd be something quite nice with that. It's almost like you're expecting to be surprised by something here. I think that these two cards are really saying that you're expecting, because I think you're expecting with that Nine of Coins. It looks to me like you're looking out for something here in these two cards. So I think that because you're building a commitment with someone, you know, it feels really good with the Four of Wands energy. Things are in development with that Four of Wands. There's more to be done, but there's happiness here. You're really building something nice with this partner. I get the impression that you guys are the Nine of Coins, kind of saying, well, we're really building something great here. So now I'm expecting this person probably to surprise me with a message. Maybe the surprising message is a proposal, or, you know, it's to advance the relationship. I feel though we've got the Five of Coins here, and the Five of Coins is a relationship that is not healthy, it's imbalanced. The Three of Cups can be drink or indulgence or something like that. Let's have a look at the next card. I'm not going to read that as partnership, it feels like indulgence. Nine of Wands energy. I see you holding out here though. I see you holding out. It feels like this relationship with the Five of Coins is slightly imbalanced here, because I think that you're indulging in this energy here, and I feel that you're holding out with the Nine of Wands energy showing up here for this person, for this King of Swords energy showing up. Let's have a look at the next one, the Emperor. But I'm just seeing a very controlling, cold character. I just feel that you're holding out for it's really weird, because it never came across to me at first like this. The reading never did come across to me like this. But the Nine of Wands means sticking to your guns. You're holding out. You're holding out. Three of Cups and the Five of Pentacles can be cheating as well. Somebody's doing something outside of the relationship, and there's a third person involved, but you're still waiting. So I don't know whether, it just feels to me, it feels to me, because remember, people are nuanced, Sagittarius. We don't all run the same. You know, people do things, but underneath the covers, there's something else going on. Do you know what it feels like to me? Because when you're a reader, you've really got to just use that intuition, okay? You've got a couple of nines in the reading, firstly, okay? So nines mean that something is coming to a head. So I think that something is coming to a head in this relationship with you guys, with this Nine of Wands and this Nine of Coins energy, okay? I feel that you have built a successful relationship with someone. There's more to be built in the relationship. Okay, this can also be kind of a proposal of marriage as well. It might be some of you guys with the Nine of Coins are waiting, because I've just got cards that indicate you waiting. You're holding out, you're looking out for a surprising message. Maybe this is something to do with this person proposing marriage to you with these two cards. But I also feel that you've built something here with this person. It looks quite successful with the Four of Wands, and now you're looking out because I don't even think that you feel personally secure. I just don't feel that you feel personally secure. I think that because you've built this thing with this person, Sagittarius, you're looking out for this person to surprise you. You know, with a proposal, or they're going to surprise you and say, look, do you want to move in together if you don't live together? Because you might live on your own still, being that Nine of Coins energy showing there. But I do feel with that Nine of Wands, this person conceals that they do this, because Nine of Wands is also somebody who is being very careful. I'm getting the impression that somebody might conceal doing this. They're doing things outside of them. You think that you've built something really strong with this person to a certain extent, and now you're waiting for this person to surprise you and say, oh yeah, you know, let's get married, let's do this, let's do that. You're waiting for some really good news, and you're waiting for it to come in very, very soon, because the Judgment card means now. So you're kind of waiting, you're looking. Can you see how you're looking outwards at this individual here, and you're saying, right now, you know, we're building something really amazing, so it's just a matter of time. I'm waiting for this person, you know, the Page of Cups, to offer me a proposal of marriage or to move in, and I'm expecting it to come any day now, really, with the Judgment, that because we're getting on quite fine. But I think that these bottom cards are really what you don't know. That's what I'm getting here, I'm afraid, Sagittarius. I know you think it's probably quite a negative reading, but I feel that there's something you don't know about this person. I feel that this person is very cool with the King of Swords energy. Can you see how he's kind of very poker face on the King of Swords? And it feels like he conceals something here, but he's very cool about it with the King of Swords energy. And he's very much in control as well. I'm getting somebody who's very cool, very much in control, and they're very good at concealing. I think this person does things outside of the relationship, because we've got a 3 here, a 3 of Cups energy. And you don't seem to think that there's anything wrong in the relationship. But I feel that this person, when your back is turned, I think they do stuff out of the... Because the Five of Coins is also a cheating card as well. This is doing stuff out, and you seem to have built a pretty solid relationship with this person as well, Sagittarius. And I think with the Five of Coins, they're doing stuff outside of the relationship. They're entertaining, you know, they're indulging with that Three of Cups, other people. And I feel that they hide it with the Nine of Wands. You can see here that there are 3 windows all shut, and this person's standing guard. So it just feels to me that this person does things out of the relationship. They tend to indulge themselves with other people outside of the relationship. It might not be, you know, sex or anything like that, but they certainly like to kind of socialize and stuff like that outside of the relationship. And I feel that this person hides that from you with the Nine of Wands. And I feel that with the King of Swords, they put on this very cool, calm, very kind of controlled exterior. So you don't know what's really going on, I think, with this person. I think that this person doesn't say anything in terms of, you know, well, I like to go out and explore maybe if there's other people. Because you can see food here and drink here, and, you know, there's other people. And it feels to me that King of Swords is this guy's here. He entertains, I think, other people here. Okay. And I think when, you know, when he goes out, you know, outside of the relationship, the Five of Coins is going outside of the relationship. This person, this King of Swords, entertains other people, and I feel that they keep it very, very quiet from you with the Nine of Wands energy. All the windows are shut, you can't see in there, okay? And they come to you with a very cool, calm, very controlled exterior, which is why some of you Sagittarians feel with that Ace of Coins, yeah, we're building something, and we're developing it with the Four of Wands energy. And I'm really, because you see how you're looking out for this person here to come to you kind of any time now for some of you guys with a proposal or something like that. But I think that really what this reading is trying to say to you, Sagittarius, is you don't really know the person that you're with. Okay, so maybe you need to come out of this haze, because I'm getting with this Nine of Coins energy that you're kind of a little bit in the gilded cage, if you like, of the Four of Wands. So because you're building something here with this person, it feels really good in the relationship with the Four of Wands energy. You know, you seem to be really getting along. You're building something for the long term. There's more to be done, more to be developed. It's because of that, and because actually you do feel that you are in a personally very secure place in the relationship with the Nine of Coins, That's why now you're looking out, and in a way you're imagining that this person's going to come to you suddenly at any point and say, let's move this relationship up a notch. If you don't live together, let's live together. If you live together, let's get married. Let's progress this relationship. But I think that really what's going on in these 5 cards here, Sagittarius, is that you don't really know what's going on with this individual because they put on a poker face. And I feel with the 9 of coins as well, some of you guys have been waiting an awful long time, because that 9 of wands is waiting an awful long time as well. You've got 2 9s, but the 9s in reading, multiple 9s in a reading say, you know, you're nearing the end of completion, ending off a cycle, and that's what you're kind of imagining and waiting, that you're finally ending one phase and you're moving into another phase with this individual. But this person here, all I'm seeing is a poker face. All I'm seeing is somebody who you wouldn't know exactly what he was thinking. You just wouldn't know what he was thinking at all. Very cool, very calm, very collected with that Emperor energy whilst doing this thing outside, socializing probably with people at work, going out, but he's going outside of the relationship and doing this. So when you're not around, this person is doing all of this, you know, entertaining others and, you know, talking to different girls or talking to different boys, whatever it is. But you don't know because this person puts on a face. And it's funny because the poker face of the King of Swords allows this person to phase into the Page of Cups. So right now he's kind of guarding his secrets here, and he's being very controlled and very kind of like, yeah, you know, oh yeah. And that allows him, he works from a place of a blank sheet of paper. So this person is a blank sheet of paper. Look at both of their faces, completely dead faces. They're not showing anything at all. And that allows this individual, I feel here, Sagittarius, to phase into that Page of Cups. You know, the nice, loving, this, that, and the other. And that's why you're saying to yourself, oh, you know, any day now, Judgment, he's going to come to me, he or she's going to come to me, and they're going to say something, you know, this is, you know, they're going to announce to me that now it's time to step into the next phase of the relationship with those 2 number 9s. So I just feel that you need to take a bit more time to, because I think that this reading wouldn't show up if some of you guys deep down inside didn't have some form of reservation. Okay, I just get the impression that some of you guys, this wouldn't have shown up if deep down inside of yourself you didn't have some form of reservation. And I think if you have reservations, you really need to be kind of, you know, facing up to that. And Judgment energy is also the card that says you need to face up to, you know, you need to face up to what's staring you in the face. And it might be that this person presents this loving energy, but the Page of Cups is a little bit of a, you know, a fake boy as well. This is an ingenuous person. This is someone who can come to you with all the love in the world, but in the next breath he's not showing much interest. And it might be that you're bringing to account this energy of the Page of Cups, because this person seems to be very poker faced about stuff. So I just feel that if there's something deep down inside of you that you're questioning here about a relationship, Sagittarius, I think that you really should start looking at it more closely, okay, and asking those questions, because I feel that you're kind of trying to be in the gilded cage and you're kind of expecting someone to do something, but it might be that the expectation that you have isn't really what the expectation is that they have. Let's have a look at love and what the advice is for love. So what's the advice for love for Sagittarius? What is the advice for love for Sagittarius? What is the advice for love for Sagittarius? Right, it's coming up with heartbreak, okay? Talent again, showing up here, and a mistake. Talent is a mistake. All right, so this person's gifts are a mistake. I was reading this as a gift, the word gift, because you see that Page of Cups there, that's a gift as well. And you're expecting a gift just to come suddenly, and that gift is probably a ring. It's probably a ring. All right, I'm just going to see if the tarot will tell us what the gift is you're looking for. I don't know whether it's going to tell me. What is the gift that Sagittarius is looking for from this individual? What is the gift that Sagittarius is looking for from this individual? Oh, the Three of Swords. But the Three of Swords in this case, I think, is this person to open their heart to you. Because Three of Swords doesn't just, you wouldn't expect a gift of heartbreak. Even though we've got heartbreak here, this is opening up the heart. If you look at this energy, they're opening up their mouth as well with the Three of Swords energy showing up here. So it's almost like you're wanting them to speak their truth. You're wanting them to say something to you, how they truly feel. The gift, though, is more about them telling you. And what is it that Sagittarius wants this person to say to them? What is it that Sagittarius wants this person to say to them in 1 to 2 cards? The Queen of Wands, that they're ready, that they want, because the Queen of Wands is the want, that they want with the Queen of Wands energy the King of Wands. They want to take action now, because the Queen of Wands is to want something and the King of Wands is to take direct action. So what you're expecting for them to give you is this news with the Page of Cups, this sudden news that they want now to take action with the King of Wands. And what is the action that they want to take? What is the action that the Sagittarius are expecting this person to say that they want to take? And actually as well, the gift that you're expecting, what you're expecting them to say, because you are a Queen of Wands as well, and the King of Wands, these are two people who share. When you get a Queen of Wands and a King of Wands together, these are two people who share laughter and passion and all the rest of it. So you want this person to express to you the fact that you are their soulmate. Yeah, we share the same values, we laugh together, we've got the same sex drive, it's amazing. So what is this thing that Sagittarians are expecting this person to take direct action on? Let's have a look here. The Four of Swords. Four of Wands is this one. This isn't the Four of Swords. This is the Four of Wands. Marriage, probably. Moving in together. Marriage is the Four of Wands. You've already got the Four of... Have you got... Yeah, you've got it there. So you're expecting that this person will probably say something to you. You know, we share the same passions. We share the same ideals. We like to both go to the gym or whatever it is. And, you know, you're expecting them to say, I want Queen of Wands to take direct action. King of Wands, in terms of getting married, moving in together, you know, progressing the relationship, moving it up a notch with that Four of Wands energy showing here. Okay, interesting reading. Okay, very interesting reading showing here. But I feel that this person, just putting two more cards, because I only asked for the one card, but I feel that this person, it is your kind of, with the Eight of Swords energy, you're like a dog with a bone. It's your insistence in a way with the Eight of Swords energy that keeps them away. And they can see that this is what you really want. They can see this. The Hermit is shining his light in on the Eight of Swords. But I feel that it's the very kind of Eight of Swords energy here that keeps them from doing that. It almost feels that it's the suffocation. The Eight of Swords is also suffocation. So it's the suffocation in a way of this. It's the pressure of this in a way with the Eight of Swords that kind of keeps them, I think, away from doing that as well. Very, very interesting reading on that one. Okay, I would say just to take a closer look. That's what I would tell you to do. Take a closer look at the situation. All right, let's quickly do your wealth reading as well, because I didn't do wealth, did I, before? What do you see in terms of money for Sagittarius? What do you see in terms of money for Sagittarius? What do you see in terms of money for Sagittarius? Let's have a look. So, right, you've got the abundance. I don't do reversals in cards like this. So abundance is coming. But, okay, there's some bad news, I'm afraid, showing up there. You could be vulnerable to some bad news here. It almost feels like there's some money you should be, because it's saying abundance. So the abundance card in terms of wealth should be that you're getting abundance. I think you're expecting some money to come, but it might be that you're vulnerable to getting some bad news. It might be you're not getting the money that you're expecting to come this week, okay? What can Sagittarians do about this? What should Sagittarians do about this situation in 2 to 3 cards? New beginnings. With this energy here, confusion, okay, new beginnings are confusing, okay, truth, okay, what should you do? Well, I certainly feel that with the new beginning card, you need to kind of, at the moment, I would say, not write it off, but not even focus on that at the moment with the new beginnings card, okay, because I think that the truth that you're looking for is going to be very confusing. I think you're just not going to get the truth at the moment. So maybe the new beginnings card, you need to kind of look maybe either at other ventures, or you need to kind of look for a distraction at the moment and not focus on this, because I just feel that if money is coming and money is meant to come to you, but you're vulnerable to getting some bad news about that this week, then the money isn't coming. And it might be that getting the truth and getting an answer for why the money isn't here is going to be too confusing. So with the new beginnings card, you really need to be focusing on new and other things. All right then, that is your reading, my darlings, for the week. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. If you like your own private reading, click on the link in the comment section or the end screen. Also, it's been great with the year ahead. Thanks to everyone who's ordered a year ahead 2020 reading with me. If you guys would like to order a year ahead 2020 reading, you can just go through to my website and it's there on the homepage. All right, take care, guys. Love you. Bye.